Just how strong is a freshly leveled and geared Death Knight alt using Horrific Visions as a measuring stick? Let's find out. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Horrific Vision video again for you this late afternoon by Sydney Eastern, Australian Eastern Standard Time. As you can see, not much to show on this alt. Cloak is rank 1. I haven't been inside of a Horrific Vision yet. I've only done the pre-quests. Item level is 439. Plenty of blues throughout. A little bit of corruption and that mind flay thing that doesn't do much damage from my experience. Really, it is not Twilight Devastation. Please don't think that that gives this alt much power. I'm running ahead of myself. Not at all. So really nothing to this alt's name. Not all the slots of the Heart of Azeroth essences are even taken. And you just saw Mother's research, Mother's archives. Not much else going on, really. Let's go in and take a look how strong this alt actually performs in a Horrific Vision. To clarify any possible confusion coming up straight away, this alt is not my semi-main Death Knight, this guy, Tyrax, who I have shown you many times. Tyrax is very well geared compared to this alt. Certainly not as embarrassing, and 453 is a significant increase for this item level bracket, significant increase in power, and Tyrax has Cloak rank 14 with 75% sanity drain reduction, every imaginable talent, including the mother of them all, Gift of the Titans. This alt that I'm showcasing to you today is not that guy, let's make no mistake. As you figured out by now, this is another one of those How Low Can I Go series videos where I am leveling new alts or just gearing them up, getting them a cloak mainly because I had them at level 120. I just haven't been particularly prioritizing their gear progression or getting them the cloak through that annoying following Magni around horrible long quest chain that everyone hates. Yes, I know there are a couple of skips, but that's not enough, especially when it's your like I don't know what number it is, 6th, 7th, 8th alt with the cloak by now for me. Now, obviously, as a first thing that you need to do, Rathion sends you into the Horrific Vision, and all Rathion wants me to do is to get the book, fragment, book itself, page, I don't know, from the boss, from Thrall. But that would be too easy, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be proving anything. We have 3 orbs, it would be a real waste to not push. So I'd like to push in this lower bracket, but as you saw in the Mother's Archive talents, I have nothing to my name. I don't have Cranial Defibrillation, I don't have Elite Extermination, I certainly don't have Gift of the Titans, and there is practically no reduction of Sanity Drain. 20% is practically nothing, come on. So, jumping to this kind of improvised little performance review, I am impressed with Death Knight. I was impressed with my original Death Knight when I first was showcasing the Tyrax to you, the one that this alt is not. But Tyrax has progressed leaps and bounds for over the past few months. So to be honest with you, it's more fun for me to gear and push now on these low cloak rank alts rather than my well-developed mains, let's call them. Yeah, those my Demon Hunter and Tyrax, the more established Death Knight. So this guy is actually interesting to me. My intention with him is that I am gonna make him a tank, and if I'm very lucky with gear, I am going to try Frost because Tyrax is unholy and he was very successful with Unholy. Right now, Tormi is also set up as Unholy as well, simply because Unholy, by now I figured out how to play Unholy. Again, maybe it's not perfect, maybe it's not the most optimal, whatever, I don't care. It works for me, and I've been pushing visions on Tyrax with this same spec, and it was working well for me. So at the moment, that's what I'm doing on this alt as well. And as this run shows you, I'm actually able to engage and dish out a lot of damage without worrying too much about losing my health, without having to frantically frantically push my self-heal button. Without, like, yes, I am using obviously Death Strike here as the self-heal, but nowhere near enough as I was pushing the heal button on my enhancement chamois, for example. I will be shortly publishing another comparison video to continue giving you an insight into these low ranked alts, how they're performing, so that you know you can determine for yourself whether or not you should try on your alts and what you should try. What do you enjoy seeing as a gameplay demonstrated to you here? I think that's the main value for you in these videos. By the way, if I need to shamelessly plug here exactly what these videos are for. So Enhancement Chamois, for example, who you will see shortly, is performing also reasonably well at this very, very low bracket. But first of all, the sample that I took on the chamois was with the Cloak already at rank 4, not rank 1 like this guy. And therefore, Enhancement Chamois had already a couple of damage boosting talents in the Mother's archives. And I'm not too convinced, I cannot recall now if he had cranial defibrillation, but possibly he did. Possibly he did. We will see it shortly in like next video, or however I'll schedule this comparison video for you. So back to this guy, he has nothing. He has nothing except for a pet, and I continue recommending to you guys that if you don't care, if you're just looking for an alt and you think, how can I make my life easier, and I still want to have ability to possibly perform another role, which obviously wouldn't be healing, but possibly would be tanking, because Death Knight can be respec'd into tanking. I would recommend to you a Death Knight if you never had one. I'd be so surprised. How could you dodge trying a Death Knight in your WoW career? Or Demon Hunter. Demon Hunters are fantastic. Demon Hunter is my main, as people who have been around were supporting this channel from get-go, as they would know, I was pushing very, very hard on Demon Hunter, and then I burned out on Demon Hunter a little bit, also because Demon Hunter was sort of had this fate bestowed upon him to push the cutting edge of the masks and everything, and that burnt me out, because that at 4+ masks, at 5 masks, at this item level, that becomes not enjoyable. But as you just saw, at this low bracket, some alts are limping and some alts are flying through. And in this case, I believe that Unholy Spect, fresh alt, Cloak rank 1, no talents, no nothing, first time sent into a horrific vision, not all even essence slots filled out, could really pump out enough damage to carry me through very confidently with no fear of death. This is already like extras that I can add to this I suppose video. The extras for you guys are that I did budget all my orbs and I did use them all up, as you can see, but there was no fear of death at any point. I did not feel like, oh, I'm almost not making it, I need to pump out enough DPS, even like right now on Thrall or on the other guy. And that's where I started saying that and then got distracted. That's why I think having a pet really, really helps. Really helps. So Death Knight is solid, can self-heal, dish out a lot of damage just by himself. But the pet, even if you're disabled or silenced or something else, pet or those summons, additional ghouls, they continue bashing on your main target. And that really lets you get ahead where other classes that need direct contact with the enemy, and especially that becomes important in Stormwind when we fight Illyria, because you have to run away from her and hide behind the pillars rather than be in contact like I am with Thrall here all the time. Thrall is a lot more melee friendly. So in either case, here or in Stormwind on Illyria, a pet-based class like Unholy Death Knight is highly, highly recommended, guys. So as far as the power is concerned, I'm not even going to particularly rate it beyond of what I've shown you on the screen here with our kind of improvised little comparison between the classes, and you're welcome to look for other videos that do the same thing for you to have a bit of a continuity of this scale that's being shown to you. But I am really impressed with Death Knight. I can highly recommend Death Knight, and watch out for more videos where I am going to take these freshly geared, freshly created new alts, Enhancement Shaman or other specs of a Shaman. This Death Knight Paladin is coming your way through other types of content, such as tanking of Mythic Plus. Stick around. I always appreciate your support. Subscribe if you haven't already. Here we have a couple of chests with some not very exciting loot in there, because no one expected me to even clear that far. That's why I'm probably not being awarded any specific loot here. There is nothing. And that's it for today. Tune in next time. Talk to you soon.